This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Alright guys, welcome to the channel. First things first, I want to go ahead and say Happy New Year to everyone that watches my channel, watches the videos. I just want to say thank you guys. I started my channel in May of 2023, and from May until the end of the year, we've gotten 326 subscribers, so it's all thanks to you guys. I just want to say thank you for tuning in, to subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. So goals for 2024, I definitely want to go ahead and crack 1,000 subscribers, but I think 500 subscribers at the end of the next year is doable, and it's all thanks to you guys. If you guys haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's see the channel grow in 2024. So I have a special deck profile for my subscribers today and my viewers. I went ahead and picked up a new deck. I'm gonna go ahead and play this deck in 2024 format with the new ban list that just came out, and it is, if you don't already know, branded Chimera. This deck is really fun. I've been playing this deck and testing it with some friends. It's really strong. It does play the branded side of the package and stuff like that, so you can go into like your branded lines and, you know, Dragoon and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil anything, so let's go ahead and go into it before I say anything else, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start off by playing 3 Mirror Sword Knight. This card is essential. You normal summon it, you can get the 2-winged beast guy to go ahead and search for the Chimera fusion with the level 4 beast, which is Gazelle. So this card is your starter. You definitely want to go ahead and run that. We also play the 3 Cornfield Codal. This card, when it is pitched from your hand, so you discard it to the graveyard, you get to go ahead and search for an illusion, which you normally want to go into the Mirror Sword Knight. You can start your plays that way. So definitely consistency to have these cards at 3. I definitely run the Gazelle as well at 3. So this card on normal or special summon, you're gonna go ahead and search the level 5, which is this guy here. So this card pretty much is the best, I guess not the, well, he's awkward because he's a level 5, so you can't really normal summon him on his own, but the other cards get to him, and he's the one that gets you to search for 2. He searches for the Chimera Fusion spell, and he also searches for another piece. So he's really good. You don't really want to clog on him because he is level 5. He doesn't do anything on his own, but the other cards get to him, so 2 is fine. And then they kind of all have an effect in the graveyard as well. So if you don't already know, the Codal, it has a targeting protection while you control the Chimera. Sorry guys, I've been dealing with a little bit of a sickness, so just bear with me. So that's Codal. The Moon Mirror, he is a monster negates, a monster that your opponent controls. He's a negate for that. The Gazelle, he's the one that's going to go ahead and add an illusion from deck to hand, and then the Baphomet is the one that special summons from your graveyard. So they all do something when they're used for fusions and when they're in the graveyard, so that's also like really neat about the package. The next card I also play is the Masterduel. I've been teching with this. A lot of players don't play this much, but I think it's really cool for just recursion. If it's sent to the graveyard in any way, you can go ahead and special summon one of your illusions from the graveyard, so that can also extend your plays further. And to finish out the Chimera package, we also run the 3 Chimera fusions. So this card is necessary to go ahead and fusion and do your plays. So very tight package here. Nothing too crazy besides the Masterduel. I know people kind of don't run this, but I kind of like it at just the 1 of. Next, we're going to go ahead and go into the branded package. You definitely have to run 2 Fallen of Albaz. Without this card, you guys are not, fusioning anything. We do have the 3 branded fusion. That's just part of the deck. You need this card. This card is insane. In this deck, you don't really need this card to go off. So I normally like to just start my plays with this. If they ash it, okay, I baited an ash and I can continue with the Chimera line. So it's not too bad if they do ash it in this deck, because I know that's kind of like the meme, like you ash branded fusion, and then they they end their turn. This is it's more or less an ash bait, honestly. I go ahead and run the Orthros for my lock. Yes, I do run the Sanctifier. Spoiler alert. So it does bring it back to my opponent's field, and when this is summoned, they can't special summon anything except for Fiend monsters. So it's good against certain matchups. It's not good against Labyrinth, because Labyrinth, I think they're Fiends as well. But it does hit. I mean, we're going into like a fire format. We're already in a fire format actually, but fire it gets way more stronger with these sets coming up. So yeah, this definitely helps out against those matchups, because those are definitely going to be meta decks. Rescue Ace, Fire King, they do get boosts. So yeah, this will definitely shut them down. And then obviously we run the Dark Magician because we are running Dragoon. So I do run I went ahead and played the Dark Magician. My friend PJ, if you're watching, I am running Dark Magician because you told me to. This is there just for the extra pop on Dragoon. You could run Light Hex Sealed. You can run Versago or whatever. I just like to go for game. If you go into time and stuff like that, you can do this and do a pop burn. So that's there as well. So that is the branded package. We're gonna go into hand traps now. Excuse me, guys. We run 3 Ash. Don't need to say much about this card. Ash is just the most generic, hand trap right now. Run 3 Effect Veilers. That's there for the negates as well. Excuse me. So we do run Effect Veiler for the 3 negates, as well as using one of them for the Sanctifier. Dual Unlock. That's pretty much a mainstay in this format, I think. And then we're also running the Infinite Impermanence. This card is insane. Probably one of the best hand traps right now in this format. It's a 1-for-1 negate. It doesn't turn on thrust or talents. It's just really, really insane. It's not once per turn. It's just a really good hand trap, really solid. All right, next we're going to go into the non-engine. Just to protect myself from hand traps like Droll and stuff like that. I do run the Crossout as well with the Call By. These are just really clutch sometimes when you actually need something to go off if you don't have, like, let's say I play Branded Fusion. I don't have a Chimera, or to start that line. The Crossout Designator would go ahead and help me out and avoid getting Ash, so I can go ahead and send the Fallen of Albaz with the Gazelle to start my Chimera plays. So this does come in handy. I do run the Triple Tactics Talents. This card is just insane. It has 3 banned cards effects on it. I get to look at my opponent's hand. That effect actually comes in clutch more than you think, because you also do the Chimera fusion, which actually sends a card from my opponent's hand into the deck, I believe. Or no, sorry, it's discarded. And then if they also hand trap me this turn, I can also tell that they're minusing 3 cards before they even start their turn. So that effect alone is pretty clutch in this deck. So it's almost like a pseudo hand loop. So they're starting their turn with 3 cards. So it's really good. We also have the Super Poly as well. Not sure how this is gonna change with the new ban list and stuff like that. I know this was really good against Tier. It actually could be really good against Fires because they're all like the same type and attributes and stuff like that. So might have to upgrade the amount of Garua that I played, but it's really good. Definitely break boards if you're going second. Next we're gonna go into the extra deck, and we definitely run the 2 Chimera. This guy is insane. So on summon, you get to go ahead and discard a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and then he also has a graveyard effect that if he is, you can banish him to special summon 1 beast, fiend, or illusion monster from your graveyard. and special summon it. So it can definitely recur your pieces to go ahead and keep going. That's on your opponent's turn. So we run 2 of those. We run the Baphomet. This guy also, he is a Foolish Burial, so on summon he can go ahead and dump the DD Orthros into the graveyard so that we have access to that play. And then you would just have to go ahead and find a way to special summon the Sanctifier to go ahead and summon the DDD Orthros on your opponent's field. We do run the Chimera. This guy here, he's like an OTK. He's really, really busted. So let's say I have the Chimera on field and I have an illusion in my hand or an illusion on the field. I can Chimera Fusion those 2 monsters plus this guy, and I can go ahead and attack 3 times because I use two illusion monsters as well as his normal attack. So he gains attack equal to the amount of illusion monsters that I use for its fusion summon. So this card is insane. Like, people slept on it on release, but that card alone sometimes wins games. That is the Chimera fusions. We also run the branded. We have the Albion. We have the Rinbrum, we have the Mirror Jade, the Lubellion, and the Sanctifier. So we just run 1 of each. They all have their purpose. This card, if you have just Branded Fusion, you can just go into your Chimera line just off of this because it requires a beast, and there is one of the beast monsters that can search the Chimera side of the deck. So I like this lineup right here. Don't really go into the Sanctifier much, but it's there to lock my opponent, so it does come up. So yeah, and Mirror Jade is Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is so busted. You kind of have to run it if you're playing Branded. Like, if you're not running it, I don't know what you're doing. And we do run the 2 Guardian Chimera. This card is insane. Just the threat of drawing 2 or popping 2 or whatever the combination is just really, really good. It's really, really insane. So yeah, I really like this card. And I run 2 just in case, because you definitely go through 2 because the Chimera Fusion itself, it recurs back to your hand, so you do have access to sometimes go into 2 of these in a game, so that's good. We have the Super Poly Targets, we have the Predaplant, we have the Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and we have the Garura Wings of Resonant Life. I don't think I would change these much. I probably maybe take out the Predaplant because I don't foresee Tier Element being that big of a threat in the next format. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys do think that tier is still going to be busted, maybe minus the shufflers, maybe it plays more of a Horus engine and something else, please let me know down in the comments below so I can see what that would look like. I'm not too familiar with tiers, so I just know that they're insane and they can shuffle your stuff back. But without that engine, I don't know what they can do now. So just let me know. And these 2, self-explanatory. They're just insane. These 2 are the most that I go into with Super Poly. So yeah, so I wouldn't change that besides the Predaplant. And the last card we're gonna go ahead and go off is the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This card is insane. It's like amazing. Just this alone, sometimes decks just can't get over it. It can be destroyed by card effects. It can be targeted. If you negate one thing, it jumps up to 4,000. That's already hard enough for decks to go over. So yeah, this card is insane. It's a boss monster on its own, and yeah, that card is insane. Now I do have some other techs that people are running nowadays. Some people are running the King Tiger Wagyu. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. King Tiger Wagyu. We have the Invader of Darkness, the Versago, and the Hexiel. So these are just common cards that people run in Chimera. Also, we do have the hand loop package. We have the Protector of the Sanctuary with 3 disturbance strategies and some trap tricks. Yeah, so you can definitely run Chimera a multitude of ways. It's very versatile. There's a lot of different variants. I'm kind of running right now the lock with the DDD card as well with the Dragoon package. I find that that's more my play style. If I it doesn't hurt to probably start out with the hand loop if you go first, or actually you could probably side it when you know you're gonna go first, so you can actually it's kind of like a cheese, like an easy win. Because if you go first, you know you're gonna go first, you side it in, you can go ahead and actually hand loop your opponent, and that's pretty much GG. So it's pretty scummy, not gonna lie. It's not the most interactive gameplay, but it wins. So if Konami is gonna let this go and let this, you know, be legal, Yu-Gi-Oh players will abuse it. They will abuse these cards. So there's that, and then people also run the end of Anubis card. This card's pretty crazy. It just stops anything from the graveyard essentially. So as long as this card remains face up on the field, all effects of spell, traps, and monster effects that target cards in the graveyard cannot be activated. So card's pretty busted. It does have his niche. I normally just side this. It doesn't come in quite often, but it's there just in case I need it. But those are the most common cards that people run in the Chimera package, in the Chimera deck. So they also run the Fluffle package as well. Let me see if I can go ahead and grab that. If I have it here handy. I do not have it handy, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip that over, guys. Yeah, so that is my Chimera deck. I appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in. Thank you guys so much for this year. This year has been amazing, and it's all thanks to you guys. I am looking forward to what 2024 has in store. I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to see, you know, how far we can go, guys. And it's all thanks to you guys. Like I said, you guys are the driving force of this channel. If it wasn't for you, this channel wouldn't, you know, be going anywhere. So I'm really happy you guys, you know, find this content to be engaging. You guys like this content, and let's see what happens. So this is Brandon Lauren signing out, and remember, this is the way.